Yeah, she is cooking, so she's live right now. I'm just going to switch over to us.
Okay.
Uploaded a video.
So.
Cooking away. I wonder what she's cooking. I wish I had a chance to watch. Watch it after.
Well, luckily we can go back onto
On
Jess
those
TV.
repeats. Thank goodness for live TV. That records.
I'll go back here. All right. We are here this night on You Asked For It, so we are here.
Just give me 1 second.
You bet.
What do I do?
It'll when it pops up, you'll see us.
Oh.
Did she like the page? Is she on the right one?
I did, yeah. Just TV.
Usually
It'll be up pretty soon. On this Monday Eve.
All right. I'm just going to keep kind of talking in case we're a little bit live. We are live. You asked for it tonight on Jess FM and Jess TV. We have a very great show tonight. We're just getting set up to share that live social media with you.
Trying.
So we want all of our friends and family to tune in, sit back, maybe have a drink here at home and watch us get on with this show. So here we are. I see we're right here. So I'm going to just share us. So you asked for it.
There we are. I'm shared.
I'm sharing.
All right.
Now how do I do it? Just share? Share now?
Yeah, now it's on your wall. All right, we are live on You Asked For It. So I want to welcome our special guest tonight. This is Shayla Miller.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks so much
Hello.
for being here, Shayla.
Thank you.
So this is Levi Cox and
Austin Walsh here on You Asked For It on Jess FM.
we have so much fun doing this show, and every week it comes so quick. So we love that you tune in again and again and join us on our live radio and TV show. So it's kind of funny, Shayla, because we have to get used to the fact that we're being filmed,
Yeah.
not just radio, right? So it's like, you always like, Shayla's like, do I have to look cute? I'm like, yeah, we got to be ready, right? We had a long day today. We, a lot of you might not know, but Shayla Miller is, well, they might know, but is also a hairstylist at Catwalk Salon Spa. So Shayla Miller, not only is she a fantastic Canadian recording artist and singer-songwriter.
Thank you.
So we have lots of topics to talk about tonight, and we're just like thrilled to have you here. So, but we were all at a cutting class today.
We were. So, actually, before we even want to say any of that, I want to tell you can catch us on www.jessfm.ca as well as www.facebook.com/jessfm and YouTube as well.
Yeah. And we are watching the comments on the live feed, so if you want to ask a question or comment, we love hearing from you. We'll try to say hi if we can.
Yeah.
So just feel free. We are checking those messages, or those comments, so we will try to respond. So maybe they have a question for Shayla.
Love to answer any questions.
So yeah, if you're a friend of Shayla, she is streaming this live on her Facebook page right now.
I did it. I
So
managed to figure it out.
That's pretty good. That's good.
So we did have a cutting class today.
So let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So we have so many things we do together because, well, we love going to your concerts
Yeah.
and hanging out.
We work hard and we play hard.
Yes, we
together
do.
as friends.
And today we learned hard.
That was a good class.
Yeah.
That was the best class I've ever had.
I think that was one of the best cutting classes I've ever had.
Yeah.
Definitely for me too. And I've been to a lot of education. I gotta say this is a really good one.
Yeah.
So just what this looks like, a bunch of hairdressers, we get around and we actually closed the shop for this afternoon, and they flew in the global
Artistic director of Colorproof. His name is Philip Wilson.
Yeah.
And just to give you a little background of like how important this man is in the hair industry, for those of you who know who Vidal Sassoon is, who totally shaped a lot of like how hair is today. This guy is so important. He gave the eulogy at Vidal Sassoon's funeral.
We share that.
So that's who this
Yeah.
guy is. He's like a very, very VIP.
Yeah.
And he
in the
owns
hair world.
Colorproof too.
He does.
He's one of the owners of Colorproof.
Yeah.
Just to give a little backstory, Colorproof started off as ABBA, and then it became the much-loved brand Pureology, and now it is their gift to the hairdressing world and anybody who uses shampoo. Their gift to the world is Colorproof, and it's a fantastic product line. And we're not just like about pushing things; we just love all their
We
products.
love it.
Yeah,
And I think we're the only salon in Lethbridge that carries it, right?
like the
That
full
one?
line.
Yeah.
Like I think
I've never seen it, and I've never heard of any other salon in Lethbridge.
Oh,
carrying
really?
it. No.
Oh, they should get on it because
No,
Colorproof
I
is
know.
the tits.
The tits, the dicks, all the things.
So, you know, when you're talking about like the names that that this man has styled, supermodels, actors, actresses. So we are so grateful that Colorproof brought in Philip Wilson just for Catwalk Salon Spa today, who's also one of our sponsors here on Jess FM.
Wicked.
Yeah. So I think Colorproof is gonna start advertising on here too. They will after this show.
Mhm. No kidding.
I want to tell people what a cutting class looks like.
Yeah.
So we all gather around a mannequin, and this guy said,
He got me up one of the first ones. I was like, ugh.
"Yeah,
That's onto you. You have one of those like magnetic beauties to you.
Yeah,
And
he just looks at me. You come
Okay.
over. How long have you been here selling? I'm like,
long enough.
Yeah,
yeah.
he was making us get hands-on, and we weren't just sitting back in our chairs cutting hair. He actually told us, a hairdresser who sits is no good. He's
Yeah.
like, so get up. And like we actually...
Nothing worse than a sitting hairdresser. Everyone stand up, stand
Yeah.
up. We're like, oh my god.
So he was showing us new techniques and new trends and actually got us involved. And we were...
Mhm.
I can't believe the way we were all like eyeballing his haircuts
I
and
can't
movements.
believe. Oh, he
And-
didn't even touch the hair. He just
Yeah.
used combs and brushes, and it was very cool.
Very like
Yeah.
innovative in air quotes because it's actually a very old way to cut.
Mhm.
Like 20s, 30s. This is
Mhm.
totally the styling techniques and the cutting techniques, and he's like bringing it back and putting his modern spin on it, and it was very cool.
Yeah, he went through. They start with the longest haircuts. We're working on a mannequin, and they do one cut, and then another cut, and another cut, and this hairdo just kept evolving.
Totally.
It made me want to.
Beautiful, even wet.
Every-
blow dry it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
It made me want to get a bob. Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Didn't it
It's
almost make
funny
you want to get a
because
bob?
Stacy and I were just talking the other day about how we're like, bobs are never going to go out, and we're always doing these bobs, and
It's classic.
you know, and it's like a great cut, and it's it can be a challenging cut depending on the hair,
Mhm.
and this was just, we both looked at each other and we were like, sweet, a new way to cut a bob,
Yeah.
because you get tired of doing the same thing sometimes over and over again.
Totally.
So it's very cool.
The bob is a haircut that can be worn so many ways: blunt, layered, angled. I mean, it can be worn so many ways. And I don't know about you too, but I always get referrals from my bobs because someone
Totally.
sees a bob and they're like, "That's such a nice cut."
Yeah.
You know, when you have long hair, a lot of people say, "I don't feel like I have a haircut or a hairstyle."
Yeah.
Because it's just long hair and it's just
Mhm.
the way you style it. But whenever you have a bob, everyone knows if it's a nice cut.
Totally.
So, wow, we felt pretty blessed to have him.
Totally.
And then he got to chill out with us. We headed to one of our favorite spots, Plum,
Mhm.
and had some mussels, had a cocktail, quickly ran home, got fluffed up for the show.
I think we got fluffed up at Plum, you know what I mean?
So, yeah, so that was pretty freaking awesome today.
So we're talking so much about bobs, like why don't we talk about like new trends that are coming out? Because we're actually just seeing the bob over and over and over again
Mhm.
right now. So that's kind of like what is trending
Mhm.
right now. The bob is here to stay, and I don't think it's going anywhere.
It's not.
No,
Yeah.
but when you think about it, like going back, the bob is such a classic haircut that's
Yeah.
been around forever.
Every
It's
era,
timeless.
all, you know,
Yeah, so, like-
70s there was a bob, a different, you know, all the
Yeah.
there's bobs, it's never gone away.
Well,
Yeah.
Slightly differentiating, but it's always been there.
But now, like, the old things are just kind
Yeah.
of coming back again as far as styling, too. Because styling goes through, like, these cycles, right?
Mhm.
Well, and did you notice we had a global icon hairdresser in our shop today, and he said one of the first famous bobs was Fay Ray. And I was able to point out Fay Ray is from our little town Cardston, and she's iconic for that very first King Kong movie, and she had the Fay Ray bob. So
I
Totally.
think that, like,
it blew his mind. We're
too.
like, she's from here.
Yeah, and he's like, no.
But yeah, but even the Marilyn Monroe is a form of a bob. You add the layer to it, but
It's just
it's
a different
just
style.
yeah, it's just so much with the bob, and I even the lob has been so popular the
Yeah.
last year. We've been cutting a lot of those like lob haircuts, right?
Mhm.
And now we're seeing those really blunt bobs, and they're like worn wet, like with gel in them.
Mm.
It's funny, right?
Yeah.
I did make that comment when we were in Europe, like,
Yeah.
the last two times we were over there, everyone has wet hair. We're on like the tube in London, and nobody has a blow dried head of hair.
Yeah,
everyone
Wow.
has wet style.
Yeah, they're always air drying. They
Yeah.
do it yourself hair, which means don't do your hair.
Let it dry and then like shake it upside down, and you're good to go again.
Well, and Philip Wilson, he's got that British accent, so it's always really enjoyable. Then he lived in California, so he's got some of that California accent.
Yes,
you
yeah.
know, it was
It's
interesting.
It's like a dulled down British accent.
yeah. And now it's in Palm Springs, which
Yeah.
I hear is never dull. He was telling us
It's one of the
some.
fun places to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
A lot of places in America I don't want to go.
Yeah.
Well, but I would go to. I'd probably go to Palm Springs,
Totally.
Palm Desert.
but I'd like flying
the
to get out.
shopping there too is really good. I heard.
So we have a lot of stuff. A lot of content we're gonna cover tonight. So stick with us because we're definitely gonna be talking about Shayla's music and what she's been up to lately. And if we're lucky, she might even play us a song.
Maybe.
I will.
Yes.
We've never actually had a live musical guest
Oh,
on our
really?
show. So we've had musicians on here, and we know. Austin gave us a little singing,
Well, you know.
impromptu.
Well, like
He's a host, so it's different.
Yeah, but we're usually like singing the nanny named Fran.
Oh, yeah.
Like singing
Or
like
a Disney song.
Yeah.
I don't have a guitar.
So,
Really,
so-
one ups you.
yeah, I was pretty impressed. Shayla came with her guitar, so I see it sitting in the corner, so I know we're gonna maybe get a little treat later. So we've been talking a lot about Bob's.
Yes.
Well, should we go to our next topic?
Yeah, what is it?
Okay, Bob's headquarters.
Oh, I used to work there.
Did you work at Bob's
Yeah.
headquarters?
So for
I
some of
worked
our-
at the Lethbridge one and at the Medicine Hat
That's
one.
amazing.
Yeah.
For our international listeners, Bob's headquarters is like a head shop here in town.
Yeah.
It's a pot shop.
No, I just thought it was a funny little segue. I said Bob so many times in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But,
Let's talk about the marijuana, everybody.
Well, but let's just clarify. If you do come to Catwalk and we try one of these new Bobs on you, because if you come in, we're going to maybe be trying these new techniques. We're all pretty excited. And don't worry, not everyone's getting a Bob. You have to request it.
Yeah.
But if we do a Bob on you, we didn't go to Bob's first.
No, we
No,
didn't.
we at work are
We go to Bob's afterwards.
after work.
Yeah.
So
we could get it from anywhere now.
yeah. Well, we couldn't even buy weed at Bob's, but it was
No,
a supply, a marijuana supply place.
Well, like
Paraphernalia.
Paraphernalia. Yeah.
So when
Bus-
But,
Busters.
oh, Canada, we have legalized marijuana
That's
throughout the
right.
entire country now.
have you driven by the legal pot shop on Mammograth?
The one, is it open? The one
Yeah,
by
it's open.
7-Eleven?
It opened on
2 days
Saturday.
ago, day
Oh.
before yesterday.
So
I've driven by it. I drive by it all the time.
no,
but
it's the one next to Pizza Hut.
oh.
and Saganese.
Oh no, I haven't.
Oh,
got
it's
there.
right
This
lined
is
up.
There's
day
one right
3.
by Sev.
Only one selling.
Oh, okay.
So they open Saturday.
Wow.
So this is day 3 of their opening operation, and there has been a lineup
Ever
for
since.
3 days
Yeah.
straight.
Out the door.
Out the door.
lineup, full on.
Yeah. So it's our.
Everyone's getting their stone on.
What was their name? What was the store's name?
New Leaf.
I guess
New
everyone's
Leaf.
just tired of breaking the law. They want to leave. They want to
Breaking-
buy
yeah.
weed legally.
Breaking the law.
You
Breaking
know
the
what?
law.
I think they just want to buy it so they have the little container it comes on with the sticker, so they're like, it's legal.
Oh.
Even if they can like smuggle it on ground and like shove
You
whatever.
can buy it on
in
the
their
black market and put it in your.
black,
Right.
the green market.
It's pretty exciting. I mean, we're the second country in the world, and this is going to be a topic for a long time. And but we're the second country in the world to legalize marijuana, and our first store in our city opened on Saturday. It's been lined up, and so it's almost like a fun moment in our life to. It's part of history to go buy legal marijuana in
Yeah,
a store.
it's cool.
You mean I could use debit?
Yeah.
Right? Can I tap for that?
I'm like, is this gonna be like bad after? Like they're gonna trace me on my debit because
Oh
you're
my-
paranoid still.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
Yeah,
it's
it
very
is.
bizarre. It's surreal.
And then you don't know where you can smoke it too. That's still kind of a thing,
Yeah.
right?
Well, I think anywhere where you
Like-
can smoke a cigarette, so
Yeah.
away from a business door.
Yeah.
within like it's like 15 feet.
But
or
it
15
feels weird.
It
Like
does.
the day after it became legalized, we were at Stella's Diner downtown, and we just had breakfast. I was with a band that played at the Owl the night before, and then we go outside,
Ooh, a
and
band.
it's like, I guess I can smoke this joint. And we're standing on the street corner downtown and looking around, and people walking everywhere. It's like, okay,
I don't
this
know.
feels a little bit weird
Is this
still.
weird? Should we go to the app?
Yeah.
Yeah, so make sure you smoke your weed away from families and children.
Yeah.
but within 15 feet of a public entrance of any business too. I think that is. I think for cigarettes.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
It's
but
so-
I think it's
in
even.
Alberta.
I think they'll make it more strict with
Time.
marijuana.
Yeah.
I think.
I think it'll be interesting when we see the numbers of dollars and money being spent in Alberta.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to blow people's minds.
Totally.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. One of the topics I always want to talk about with the legalization of marijuana in Canada here is how much of this goes back to social programs, schools, roads, hospitals, and just not into like the pocketbook of politicians. You know, it'll be interesting to see like, wow, $3 billion to Alberta's infrastructure because of marijuana. Like,
no kidding.
Like, it'll
how
be
the economy will go up.
When you think about it, how much taxes from alcohol are spent as well.
And cigarettes.
Because, especially here in Alberta, because I know we like to drink.
And that's happened.
Here down south.
Yeah, it happens.
Southern north, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
so
I mean, well,
like the same thing.
They're collecting money from the cigarettes, they're collecting money from the alcohol, and now marijuana. So it'll be interesting to see those numbers.
Yeah, so if you really want your kids to have a good education, smoke up, people.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. If you want that doctor to like give you a great kidney transplant, smoke some weed.
Well, I'll tell you, like, I'm not judging. I used to smoke a lot of pot in my early 20s and in high school. I was a regular smoker, but because of it made me want to eat. I actually had to slow down on smoking weed to maintain my physique. So because of
I like bring on the cake. I'll eat.
So it did give me the munchies. So I know it's a stereotypical thing, but it did. So I was like, oh, I can't smoke that because I get so hungry. I just want to eat everything.
I slowed down years ago because I can't sing.
I was wondering about the singing.
I can't So this is my first day with no cigarettes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to have one after I leave here.
Wow.
And that, for some reason, smoking doesn't really affect my voice. I'm sure it does long term in ways that I don't know.
Right.
Maybe
but
it's like adding to the aesthetic.
It really does.
Now,
like, I can't even...
It's different with that, eh?
Yeah, no.
Well, that's interesting because I would think I know some young people who are singers like yourself.
Yeah.
They will smoke because they want a gravelly voice.
Yeah.
To actually say
lung
that.
Well, gravelly
capacity is
voice,
smaller.
yeah, your lung capacity, and it just like, I'll
That's
lose
affected.
it. I'll get like laryngitis, like
Okay.
almost, you know, like I could sing 1 or 2 songs and then it's just, it's gone.
And you noticed that the pot would affect your vocal more.
It was always weed. Like I didn't know what it was at first. I was like, what's going on with my voice? And I wasn't a smoker at the time.
Right.
Because I quit for 5 years a while ago. So I knew that it was the weed, and it was even like at the rehearsal space. It's like, hey,
No
more weed in here when we're rehearsing. Like, you guys got to just go outside.
So
like, even having it like secondhand would really bother my voice.
So that's
I
the way
could become a diva.
No, it's I would become a diva.
Speaking of divas, though, like imagine if your style of music had these long like runs or anything. Like if you were a pop artist, let's say, you couldn't do those like 16 bar runs that you needed a lot of breath capacity for if you were doing that, because it would affect your ability.
Yeah. Can you imagine Mariah Carey?
Yeah,
Let's say Whitney Houston though, because she actually sings live.
No, she sings live. We love Mariah.
Yeah.
Well, that's so interesting. So so in your earlier days, that was the thing.
For sure. Yeah.
It's just there's so much stigma to pot still, and I think that'll break down over time with the legalization. And again, this isn't an all pot episode, but we just kind of got on the topic.
Well, we love the
well, no, but
topic for sure.
It's good to talk about it.
Yeah, it's new.
Totally.
It's just happening.
So, any listeners out there? Did you go to the pot shop on the weekend and buy some of that legal marijuana? Because we waited in line and we went in and we were still kind of nervous. We're looking around at how do we buy pot, and I felt like I was in Amsterdam but much cleaner.
And by the way, I was hungover as fuck.
Austin was hungover.
During this, so I couldn't make eye contact with anyone. I'm like, get me out of here. Well, it's not because I was sketched out, it's because I was being sketchy. You know
oh my gosh.
Were you waiting in the line?
I was hungover. I'm like,
how long did you wait in the line for?
We waited about 10-15 minutes, but I'll tell you, part of the fun was waiting in line with the other people who were just so excited. They're like, I get to buy weed for my first time, I get to buy legal weed. And it was like young people, old people. Like I saw this like older couple about 50, this like younger girl like probably like 20. She was so excited.
And people you would look at and you would never think, you know?
Like, let's do this, that's fun. Let's just have some for the house.
Yeah.
And Levi's like taking selfies of everyone, and they're like, no.
Don't help me.
Like, getting in there with their thumbs up.
I thought it was so neat because you bought a package of joints, 2 marijuana cigarettes with no tobacco in them, $11 for 2 of them, and you could pick how much THC you wanted in it and how much CBD. So it told you how high you'll get, and if it has and then are the CBDs, which is more the body relaxants. So you could actually kind of pick what kind of pot you wanted.
When you get in there, is there a few different people helping behind the counter?
And they have the weed, you can smell it.
Are the customers taking up a lot of time?
It's
like at the ice cream place, can I have a taste of this?
They couldn't taste it.
I know, but like asking so many questions.
People were excited.
Yeah.
But it was like going into an Apple store. They have their iPads and they're like, okay, what can you get? Or like, what can I help you with? They're talking to you about it, and then they like order right there on their iPad as they're talking to you, and then you go stand in line.
Yeah.
And then they like call
your number like it's a restaurant.
Yeah, you check in with your whatever it is with the number, and then you go wait in another line, and then they're like $2.17, and then
are the
you go
prices completely
$10 a gram
on par with
$10 a gram? So sometimes you on
and
black
American,
market,
you come out here, it's like
a
little less than that again.
Yeah.
So
Americans.
I hope we get some American tourism.
Oh, there's definitely be tourism.
Spend your money in our country for once, please.
Yes, please.
It was interesting. You could buy these joint packs, and then you pick how much THC. So more THC and less CBD. They said middle may be more higher in paranoia.
Yeah.
So if you want to like bring it down a little,
what would be higher in paranoia?
Just
straight THC.
Oh,
There's
like
like
really
THC and CBD in equal parts. It's more like less like
CBD is more like a body kind of.
Yeah, it's more like painkiller.
Yeah, because
like,
you can just get like CBD oil. Can you buy that stuff
yeah,
there too?
Yeah, you can cook with it there
for like muscle pains. And
stuff. They were selling.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my grandma and my mama on that.
My grandma used it for her feet, and it really helped with her diabetes.
Really?
Like we actually could see a difference.
She's like rubbing it in her hands and stuff was happening for her too. Like she had like
she had cancer.
Yeah,
but it was actually very helpful to my grandma.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So I think there's going to be a lot of like stigma, and so I mean the big thing I think that we're all waiting for is for the legalization of the edibles, because then it won't have to hurt your voice, and you can feel like all nice.
Yeah, you can like have a gummy bear and live your life.
So those aren't legal yet?
No, not for. Well, they're legal. They're not for sale.
They need to regulate them, but you can order them online through like from BC or Ontario or
Yeah, but once they have those in stores, that'll be a whole new world.
Yeah, I've always been afraid of edibles.
Well, because we think of mushrooms. Like, right?
No, I had like a brownie once, and someone was like, only eat half, but it was like this big, and I was like, yeah, I ate the whole thing. I saw some tracers, and I was like sick to my stomach.
Oh my! How old were you?
Like 24.
I think the new edibles are different because I remember eating a hash brownie when I was in high school, and it tasted like I was eating dirt and plants.
Really?
And then I had a donut. Someone had gave me a donut, and I ate that. I couldn't even taste the weed, and we shared it, and we were like, "Oh, that was nice."
Well, it's like covered.
I've
in
had nice
too.
cookies before.
Like
you know, it just depends on how potent I think that the person makes.
I remember a client brought you some cookies to work the other day.
Yeah.
And my mom thought they were like magic cookies.
Like, no, my grandma made chocolate chip. Relax.
No, she was one of my clients. She felt bad because she couldn't get into me because I was gone, and she went to see Jesse, so she brought me cookies.
Oh my gosh.
Sales skills.
Yeah.
Our clients are so fun.
To all the clients out there, it's okay. If you couldn't get into us, we would love to see you at our salon. Come see one of our other talented hairdressers.
Yeah.
We're not mad at you about that. So.
And honestly, I would rather you come see like Shayla or Amy or Levi or anybody
go to
else
another
than go to
salon.
another salon. Like, come support my team and come support my business.
And we can give suggestions or say, hey, I cut it like that, or
also, like,
I use this color on you.
Computers, so they can like do the same thing.
And you know what? Even if you can't come see us and you go see another salon, we're not mad at you. We love having you back. So
I'll be even less not mad at you. If you see Amy or Shayla. Honestly, come back to the shop anytime.
It's true.
I trust every one of my
I think a lot of it's a good thing to talk about because I know that clients feel
weird about it.
You know, and I've seen them in maybe a client I only saw twice or something, right? You've built a rapport, but not like super tight, like friendship almost, right?
Make sure if
and
my clients
you can tell they feel, you know, you walk past them and they're almost trying not to make eye contact, and I'm like, hey, and they're like,
me too.
They're like, oh hey, is it okay? And I'm like, it's okay, it's all good. And so
we understand.
You're here.
Yeah.
Supporting Catwalk. I say that.
Totally.
I can't always go to my favorite Vietnamese restaurant because my favorite Vietnamese restaurant started not being open on Mondays, and we usually went for Vietnamese Mondays. But
where's your favorite one? Are you allowed to say?
Yeah, we really like
Tan Juan. I don't know if I'm saying it right.
Oh, the one beside Saganese?
Right next to Greenleaf. And then Saganese. And Saganese is also my favorite. But I don't think I'm cheating on. I'm like if sometimes. you know, if someone wanted to go see my cousin Penny for a haircut and then come see me, it's like, it's all right.
Well, I don't have to live with those spring rolls for the next 6 weeks, so that's a little different. You get a shitty haircut, that's 6 weeks worth of bullshit.
Well, you wouldn't have got a shitty one from my cousins.
No, but you wouldn't have got it from Shayla or Amy.
I wonder, you might actually like the way Shayla cut your bangs better than I cut your bangs. And all of a sudden you're like, I'm a Shayla fan, is that okay, Levi? I'm like, you bet.
That's
it
true.
happens, right?
It's nice.
We need change. I don't always shop at the same grocery store because I get bored.
Yeah, and you can get certain things or certain deals at places that you can't others.
Totally.
I don't know if that.
No, that word. No, because you're like, oh wow, I really love this blow dry that Levi gave me, but they didn't cut my hair as good as Shayla did. You know, like there's different perks. Like you like different things. So,
that's all there is.
Yeah.
Well, we've been working on a big project at Catwalk, and the only way I've made it public is on the radio show. So I haven't put this on my social media other than these live radio shows every week. But we're really close to our liquor license.
I got to get my ProServe again.
Oh,
I haven't done it yet.
I got to sit and actually do it.
Yeah, so it takes longer than you think.
Yeah, it's like about a 3-hour process.
Yeah.
So we're all getting our ProServe so we can serve you a cocktail while you're getting your haircut at Catwalk.
We'll be the only salon, I think, in Lethbridge, right?
As far as I know.
There's one that's up on the 27-day forum.
So as far as I know, Catwalk is going to be the first liquor licensed hair salon and spa in the city. And if someone wants to comment that we're not, and you might have had wine or beer at another salon, but were they licensed? So this process we had to start back in June, and we're just on the cusp of getting there.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
We are on our way.
Do we have any comments there?
We got some thumbs up. We have a couple of hays.
Hi, Sarah Christensen.
A couple cool names watching us.
Hi, Rachel Lynn.
Ray Vanman.
Oh, hi, Ray Vanman. Kyle and Kira.
Hi, Ray.
Hi, Kyle.
Toby says hey. Your mom says hey.
Gabriel Olson. Christina McDougall. Kyle. Hi, Kyle.
How do I see who's watching mine?
Go on the comments. Oh, here.
Levi.
Uh-oh. Make sure we're still live.
We're still live.
Okay, sorry.
It's controlled over there.
Sorry.
We have a lot of hellos, everyone.
So, anyway,
hello to everyone back, and for thumbs up back to you.
Well, so we're talking about some pretty interesting topics here. We're all over the place, so I'm going to talk about some current events, okay?
Okay.
And
so
actually, for those just tuning in, I'll say one more time.
Where can we hear?
You can watch us on www.jessfm.ca as well as www.facebook.com/JessFM, and that's JESSFM.
And we are here, if you're just tuning in, with the very talented singer-songwriter, Shayla Miller, also a talented hairstylist.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, guys.
Okay, so we're going to go into some really fun topics. Well, kind of weird, but here we go. So we're talking about this legal pot, because it's brand new for us, right? And Lethbridge just got their store on Saturday. But what would happen if you got high or were drinking and someone dared you to eat something? You ever been in one of these weird parties?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, right?
Boys, you hang out with a lot of, like, dudes.
So, dudes. So,
they're like not bros, they're dudes.
Yeah, they're dudes with 2 O's.
Oh my gosh, dudes. So, I'm going to tell you all about a dare gone wrong. Okay, so here in Australia, these young 19-year-old boys were sitting around having drinks at the family home, and here, slugs by them is a slug, and they're all a little bit drunk, so they dared their friend to eat this slug. I mean, I could see this happening at a party.
And it's like a slug. It's gross, but like...
It's a slug.
You know, swallow it whole. Don't touch.
People are eating cockroaches.
Little chaser.
So, so this guy, this poor guy didn't know what he was getting into. I'm sure his friends feel terrible, but he actually did eat the slug, just thinking it was a normal slug. It ended up being a rat lung worm. So a rat lung worm embeds itself into your lungs, into a rat's lungs, and then is passed through his poop. So he ate this. It actually paralyzed him, put him in a coma for a year, and then he died at 19.
No, that's so sad.
From getting dared to eat a slug.
All these people ingesting weird things. Because last week we were talking about a girl who served her grandfather's ashes to her friends in cookies.
So she went to high school in Florida.
Why would she do that?
So, she's crazy.
So in Florida last week, a girl, 14 or 2 weeks ago, she made cookies with her grandfather's ashes and took them to school and told her friends they were special cookies. So they all ate them thinking they were marijuana.
But they just got like higher.
But they were eating their grandpa's ashes. So
my God!
It was just
they're like gritty, and they're like, "Oh, it must just be sand." It was his teeth.
it was just so
No.
Yes.
His teeth were gritty.
yeah. Well, they grinded the bone. Oh, they burn you and then.
They burn you, and then they grind you down and burn you again.
So yeah, some people were eating some.
The manager is like.
So that was kind of weird. So anyway, this poor kid, he looked like a real cutie, and it's really horrible. And that he ate a slug and he went to coma, paralyzed, and died a year
So
later.
where's the lesson here, Levi?
The lesson here is here's the lesson. I heard in Australia and in New Zealand that there's more poisonous and deadly animals than other places.
So don't go to Australia and lick or eat any animals, please. Unless they're like cooked and served to you by an accredited business.
Okay, I don't have
And don't succumb to peer pressure.
Yeah.
You probably didn't want to eat the slug anyway,
Right.
the poor kid.
Right.
And he ate it.
So don't-
and had the
yeah.
worst fate possible.
being
That's
bro.
sad. That's
Yeah.
very sad. And I don't know the stats on this one, but after the Frog Princess, when the Disney introduced Tatiana, the new Disney princess, and the Frog Princess, all these girls went around kissing frogs, thinking it was cute for photo shoots and stuff, but they were getting poisoned and paralyzed from the frogs because they wouldn't know what kind of frog they were kissing.
How do you know this?
Are they in the Amazon? There's like only a certain amount of like poisonous.
No,
frogs.
they're in America. They're in America.
Poisonous.
Okay,
Frogs.
Google Tatiana, Frog Princess, kissing trend, and see how many girls
on
got
Amazon,
poisoned.
there's like frogs
that's
that if you
awful.
touch them, you can absorb poison through your hands, like the poison dart frog. It's called.
All these girls are like,
really?
look at this cute toad. He's
Yeah,
already
give it a little
green."
kiss, hit the ground.
And then they're hallucinating.
But not dying.
I think paralyzed.
I know, like, well, maybe like licking toads was a funny cartoon thing in the 70s
Yeah.
too, but.
So yeah.
I was always
Wow.
scared to touch toads because they said
You
my
get
parents would
warts.
say you get
Warts.
warts.
Yeah.
And they have
So I
bumps
grew
on
up
them.
in Victoria, right? So we'd
Okay.
be running around in the creeks and there'd be frogs and stuff sometimes. And yeah, I was like, I'm staying away from those.
Oh my
You
gosh.
know?
I don't want
Yeah.
any warty fingers.
No.
So before we get to our fun musical content of the radio show today, I just have a little bit more current events. Okay,
love
so
it.
that was fun. So another wonderful thing, making a lot of fans happy this morning, the Spice Girls did a press announcement that they're going back on tour. And I know that we're talking about like your country music and what do you call it? Rock? What?
Hardcore honky tonk.
Hardcore honky tonk. That's the kind of music that's the genre Shayla's into. But Shayla does also like a good throwback. She likes.
I like all kinds.
Yeah,
of
she
music.
likes some Spice Girls. So Spice Girls announced they are back.
And
And
your like purist buddies are like rolling their eyes.
Oh, no.
I
Spice Girls.
wouldn't actually say I like the Spice Girls.
oh, I thought we had some Spice Girl topics.
Like music, you know, but
You can
nostalgia
appreciate
for
Nostalgia.
sure.
Korea.
Yes.
I mean-
I loved them when I was, you know,
Right.
10 or
And I mean,
whatever.
if you're-
Right now, I'm like, Mel C's the only one that can actually sing.
no, Emma's a good singer. I like
Okay.
Emma's voice.
Their clothes were everything.
Their
though.
clothes.
Oh, those
They're
shoes.
Freaking shoes
I call
with the
them Spice
stripes, the
Girl ass
rainbow
kickers.
stripes.
Totally, like that
And like
high.
the little baby doll
Dresses and flags or
tall
dresses.
boots and yeah, they were
And cool
yeah.
hairstyles.
Yeah, all
Bang.
different.
All different.
Yeah.
Chunky streaks,
True.
bobs, frizzy curls. Awesome.
And what a statement at the time. I mean, it's like total British
Girl power.
Yeah.
girl power, funky,
Equalization
bright
between the
colors.
sexes.
Yeah, it was,
And
you know.
And they were pretty girls, but they weren't perfect, so we could relate to
Yeah,
them.
totally.
There was something
Not
very
a
special.
straight-toothed smile between the bunch, but can they carry a tune? Where did I read that?
Well,
I didn't make that up.
Is this like The View?
Yeah.
I keep feeling like I'm on The,
The view. We are kind of. We're like the Lethbridge view.
Yeah.
We're
I
on.
like the pew.
We are on. You asked for it. Okay, so.
Yeah, you
Okay,
asked for it.
so when they posed for a British American Vogue, the Vogue editor said, "You know what? The Spice Girls, sure, there's a big bum here and a funny nose there and a gold tooth over here, but they said one thing about those girls is they all had such beautiful eyes,
Oh, that's
Yeah,
what
that's
it
true.
was.
and they all have very beautiful,
Beautiful
eyes.
eyes. That's like saying you got heart.
They are beautiful, and they're back on
I think
tour.
they're
So
awesome.
Spice Girls are back this June, and they're going to be doing shows, but there's one little change up. There is no Victoria Beckham this time around.
Posh.
So no Posh.
So
She's
I
just too
remember at
posh.
one point, weren't they 4 at one point too?
Thank you.
Was
So this
that Victoria that left that time?
It was Jerry.
Oh yeah, it was Jerry. She went solo.
So
yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
the second time the Spice Girls will be on tour as a foursome.
Okay.
But this time, Victoria is swapped out for Ginger. I think it'll work.
Kind of come full circle. You know what? When I was a little
Why
kid,
doesn't
I
she
used
wanna
to
do
like.
it?
I was just heartbroken when Ginger left, and I used
Yeah.
to like say my prayers every night because that was my family. And I'd be like, I pray the Spice Girls get back together. That was me as a little kid. And
I
was
remember being
devastated by
when they
Jerry
all
leaving.
when they all split.
Yeah.
It was,
It was
yeah.
devastating.
And
Especially
that
when Jerry
Goodbye
left.
Forever,
Oh
wasn't
my
that
God.
when Jerry
Yeah.
left and they did that
My
music video?
friend.
Yeah, that was
Hang on,
actually
how's it
sad.
go? Good. I know you'd be searching.
But you know you won't see me here. It's not the end. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't
Remember
I
that
think I
song
have a
Goodbye?
video on my phone of you singing this.
Yeah, I probably.
Maybe time will never change it. No, no. Anyway.
So Goodbye, actually, that was Goodbye. That was the song that introduced the Spice Girls without Jerry. And it was winter and it was snowing on them. And it was a beautiful song called Goodbye, My Friend. And actually it was a huge hit #1. It was #1 in Canada. It hit biggest in Canada. It was the biggest Spice Girl single. Was that song in Canada?
Interesting.
Yeah, people in Canada loved that song. We were so heartbroken. We took it personally.
We have big hearts here.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Big
did-
hearts,
they
because
did
it's
Viva
so
Forever.
cold here.
Yeah.
You gotta get a big heart to keep warm.
Totally.
Oh, there you go.
Not really.
So
I want to talk about the last tour release that they were announcing or whatever with Gem, and that never happened.
Oh, so Spice Girls actually was going to go on as Gem, Jerry,
G-E-M.
Emma, Mel B,
Oh.
and they released one song, "Phenomenal Woman." No,
Something like that, but it was all about like empowering like young girls, and they were doing some like sort of Africa campaign too, and it just never happened.
yeah. Well,
Oh.
they released one song as Gem. Mel C was busy on her album, and also Victoria was not doing it. So Victoria's not doing it. Good question, because she's doing her fashion empire, and she just feels like she's going to sit this one
Living her
out.
dream life. I
Interesting.
feel like she sits a lot of things out. She eats shrimp and prawns.
Prawns.
And strawberries and prawns. And she's too tired.
Well, I want to go see the Spice Girls on tour, so I think I'm looking at the dates in
London,
June. In London.
maybe.
Yeah, they're doing stadium tour. Stadium.
Did you say London?
London.
Yeah.
So are they coming?
England.
They're not
No,
coming to Canada.
just London.
Just London.
Rude.
Yeah.
I think it's a
I bet
UK
it's gonna
tour
do
only.
so well. They'll tour. I think they're gonna do a live TV show, and they're gonna do all their shows at Wembley and all that. But
Wow.
I mean, like it or not, if you're up there and they're doing, Say You'll Be There and Wanna Be, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
who's not gonna be singing along?
Yeah.
Stop right now.
But
They
we're
really
Canadian, so
did
we want to hear
elevate
na,
girl
na,
power
Yeah.
in a big way.
They really did.
Yeah.
So we're happy to see Spice Girls back. That's just now today. So while we're segueing to our music section, I got one more music story for you guys. You ready for this one?
I want to hear this.
Yeah. So Donald Trump, tomorrow we are going to find out if it's a red day or a blue day. So we know the current presidency is red, those ugly red Make America Great hats, red Make America MAGA hats.
Snag.
I don't want to say it. And then there's the blue. Oh God, I love blue. Blue is so beautiful.
My favorite
nice.
color, honestly.
Yeah, it's very calming. It's Austin's favorite color. It's very calming.
I love blue.
So
And
we-
black or fringe.
So
That's
to-
my favorite.
Or he likes
Yeah,
the color
fringe.
fringe. So tomorrow we're going to find out if America is red or blue. So it's taking the seat in the Senate. So
I think it'll be blue.
oh, me too.
I think
I do.
they'll be the highest blues ever.
Yeah.
America, grab them by the vote.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
grab them by the vote and give them a shake, okay? Because that's what we need to see. So get out there and vote tomorrow. But what happened is Rihanna and Pharrell Williams are not pleased with the Donald. I don't even like that last name, so just the Donald. Okay, for the rest of this topic. So the Donald is using the songs "Please Don't Stop the Music" from Rihanna, a great hit for her, and he's using the song "Happy" from Pharrell. So he gets everyone in these rallies and then plays Rihanna and Pharrell really loud and gets them all hyped up. And they got word of this, and they're like, please cease and desist playing our music at your rallies.
Yeah.
Oh man, I would be livid.
Would you be pissed?
Oh, I'd be so mad.
So Rihanna and Pharrell have said, Donald, stop playing our music at your rallies. We want nothing to do with you.
Donald.
Just don't.
Yeah. You know what? And like, honestly, every time we play anybody's songs on the show, live, Sony or like Warner Entertainment blocks us. Yeah. So, like, Sony, please block that shit.
Yeah. Literally go to the rally and just cut the mic.
Block it. Yeah. All live feeds.
Yeah. So don't you play Rihanna or Pharrell at the Donald's rallies.
He's not happy, so don't clap along.
And he stops the music. So anyway,
Shayla's like, pop music's weird. She doesn't understand.
She understands. She understands. She loves this shit.
Joanne Finch says he also used Neil Young, "Keep on Rocking."
In a
Oh, that's offensive.
That's offensive
in so many ways.
Yeah. Neil Young just married Daryl Hannah.
I know.
From Splash,
the Mermaid.
Splash, the Mermaid.
So Neil Young's Canadian.
He's been with her, I think, for a while.
Yeah, I think they just got married though.
Reading about it a while ago, a couple years ago. I thought they'd been dating at least for a while.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. He was with his first wife a long time. I think she might have passed away.
I'm not sure about that, but yeah.
But he's a Canadian, and he would definitely not like the Donald using "Keep on Rocking" in the free world.
He's heavy into politics and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
he made a big political statement today.
What did he say?
He talked about him and Daryl Hannah, but it was about getting out and voting.
Yeah.
So it's probably where my mom got that stat about him playing "Keep on Rocking."
Well, why don't you just record your own songs?
I mean, we're all fans of Neil Young, right?
I love Neil
Young. Neil Young is an icon. Like, his music is really legendary. And a really funny little quick story is that I went to Neil Young concerts. My dad loved him so much. So me, my mom, and dad and brother drove to Calgary to go see Neil Young. And
like 8 years ago?
My gosh, no, like 30 years ago.
Oh my head.
I was young. I was really young.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, about 30 years ago. Yeah, but everyone was smoking pot.
Mm-hmm.
And I was
circle.
And so everyone was smoking pot at this concert, and I got really upset. I was actually crying, and I said, they're all doing drugs. And I got really upset, and I said to my mom, I want to go sit in the car. I don't want to hear this anymore. And I wanted to leave the concert and sit in the car because I thought everyone was bad because they're doing drugs.
Wow.
Yeah. And that was like first concert.
Look at
if
you.
Look at you.
Look at me now.
Yeah.
Thank you, Neil Young, for keeping on rocking in the free world. You had a great concert, and pot's not that bad. Okay, well that brings us to this very special moment. So
the last 15 minutes.
Here we
of our show.
Okay.
Here we go. Look at this. This is Shayla Miller's new album.
And for those of you watching us on our live video, this is the album cover for Shayla Miller's new album, Bad Ideas, but it does have a green dress.
I'm wearing a black dress right now.
Yeah, so her green dress is now a little black dress. Maybe the green dress was a bad idea.
That covers a good
So the album is called Bad Ideas.
So this is your new album. So
tell us about it.
Tell us about your new album.
It was released in June. I recorded it last...
This is a really new album.
When did I record it? Last... not this year, but whatever. 2017 in the winter time. We recorded it, released it in 2018 June, and it's been doing pretty well. It's been chart topping on Earshot, the charts on Earshot.
So you were topping the charts on Earshot.
Yeah.
It's a downloading system or a streaming?
It's Earshot is a chart for all the like college and university and independent radio stations like across Canada.
That's
so
amazing.
I did a big mail out with the help of CKXU. They helped me get it all together. I mailed out all my CDs to all the stations across Canada, and I guess I've just had, I think that probably sometimes they get the artistic directors at these radio stations probably get these packages and they're like, I don't know who this is, and they maybe don't listen to it, or maybe they do. But Canadian radio stations, they have to play so much Canadian content that they're probably like, oh,
more prone to try it.
And I think these days a lot of people aren't actually doing physical mailouts of CDs anymore.
Yeah.
There's distribution things set up that it's all digital.
I don't want to download it. Give me
it's
the
not like
actual
a
copy.
download. Like you can sign up for this like radio distribution things, and they send your album directly to them like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that I did the old school way, and maybe they were like, cool,
awesome.
and it was really getting played.
So
and
you
it's
went
had a lot
grassroots.
Yeah.
And did you send out the record or the CD?
The CD, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the CDs cost a lot less than the
Oh,
records.
okay.
To mail out and to manufacture.
If I got a physical copy of a CD, I'd
Yeah.
way more likely play it or download it. Like I just bought Mariah Carey tickets and they mail me out the CD.
Yeah.
And it makes me happy to get that live CD. But I noticed your record has the download too.
Yeah,
I think that
it
is so
does,
fun.
yeah.
But it's so fun to play the record.
Yeah, and vinyls are coming back so much, whereas so many people are like, CDs are archaic, but then
Right,
everybody's
yeah.
listening to vinyl,
Which is more
Like all
archaic.
these, like,
Yeah.
neck tattoos. And
Yeah,
wanting
and
to-
yeah, I love vinyl too. Like I've been collecting vinyl for
This
years.
album
Well,
is so nostalgic.
It is.
Cool,
And we were
Yeah.
at Plum
with the
tonight and they were
vinyl.
playing records.
Yeah.
It's nice to play records. You
It
actually
is.
listen to a whole album. So
People are more into spending money on records than they are on CDs these days.
Totally.
I mean, you know,
you either download it.
CD cars and trucks and whatever you buy these days, they don't even have CD players in them
Yeah,
anymore.
exactly.
They don't have vinyl players, but they do have MP3 things,
Mm-hmm.
and even some computers you buy don't have it in them anymore. Like
Well,
brand
my
new.
laptop doesn't have a.
Yeah,
any
brand new
disc.
laptops. They don't. You can't
Yep,
stick
CD.
a thing anymore.
Yeah.
So
Francis Boyce says, "I can't stop playing this album."
there you go,
Aw.
Francis. And I
Thanks,
just
Fran.
you're not the only one. So not only did you mail this out to the radio stations, but it was a huge hit, and people listened to it front to back.
Yeah, they,
And that's
they
amazing.
like it.
So-
And I find that they're playing all the songs when
Yeah.
I've heard, or people message me, I heard this song on the radio and that song. They're not just playing, the title track or anything.
So
like that.
where can people get a copy of Bad Ideas,
Well, you
Shayla
can-
Miller's new album?
Street Legal Records is our local record store.
And where's that located?
That downstairs.
Right downstairs.
yeah.
.com and that too.
Yeah, thank you.
I love this new album though.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
I love that music video where you're like in your house.
Yeah,
Just
that's-
having a
yeah.
smoke, wiggling your butt, fixing your hair.
I know.
It's so cute.
Yeah, the director, she really followed my ass around the whole house. I was like, what? She was telling them,
good
like,
ass.
they're like, no, just go down. I only want to see, like, this part of her. And I was like, my butt? But I'm happy. It was beautiful. Laura Comden did that one.
Aw.
Yeah.
So I know that a little contest called Project Wild just is wrapping up.
So
Yeah,
tell us
yeah.
about
You
this.
are
huge-
in
I can't
that, so
wait
tell
for
us
it to be
about that,
over.
Shayla.
That is an Alberta artist development program for country music artists. So
There's quite a few contestants, but
Yeah.
the grand prize for
There's
it's
12, so they
$100,000
pick.
bucks.
Yeah, we apply all the artists that are in it had applied, and in April or May or something they announced the top 12 that they had chosen of all the applicants, and then we go through a series of challenges throughout the summer. We have to make a video, and we get $5,000 just for being in it, and they judge us on how we spend the money, and there's a lot of things. And then we went to an artistic boot camp, and we learned about all kinds of things: grant writing, like publishing, all kinds of like pretty much anything you need to know to be in the music business.
Oh,
and
wow.
kind of the way the music business changes, like you are your own manager. You do everything. You do your social media. You do, yes, it's nice if you have the money to do these things, but most of you don't. You build yourself up, which is a great thing in a way. It's not like how it used to be where you have to get labels to do everything for you. It's
A lot of self-promotion.
it's like you're an
self-promotion.
entrepreneur, like you're a
You're a business.
you're a business, like you as a musician.
This is actually a really fascinating conversation. I
Yeah.
actually really love this. So
Yeah.
I want to say, like, when you started out in this business, is like,
Yeah.
hey, I really sing and I can songwrite and I can play an instrument, and now
The
you
answer
see.
is no.
Well,
What are you
but
gonna
now
say?
you go to this kind of boot camp and you're getting all this kind of inside
Yeah.
training.
Business.
Yes,
business
yes.
like, oh wow, I could have been applying for grants. I could have
Yeah,
been.
yeah.
But good for you for getting the hard work on your
Yeah.
own under your belt, because now with these tools, the sky's the limit.
So
Yeah,
the,
it's
and
true.
the actual talent.
I
to
thought
make
you were
it in
going to
this
ask me
industry
if
is
I expected myself to be this business
Oh,
person, because
no.
and it's not my
It's hard.
forte, and I don't
Yeah.
think I'm bad at it, but it's like
It's hard.
Well,
We're
you can always
artists.
Yeah.
like, hire somebody too, but
It's-
honestly,
yeah.
like the talent side of things in this industry now is just step one to getting in the door, and then the rest of it, like to get really, really
Yeah.
big, you gotta hit some sort of big break or be ruthless in self promotion.
yeah.
It's the way it is
It
now.
is.
Or win this contest on Thursday.
Which has also made me ruthless and stuff.
That you should be.
Have you guys seen my posts?
We're so excited
Vote
for you
for
to
me.
support this.
We've been sharing,
We
we've been
hope that
sharing.
You
Thank
get
you.
number one. We believe that you're gonna be like
Oh,
You're
wow.
doing-
3 at least.
you're already a-
you're doing it.
You're already a
Yeah.
winner. This is fantastic. So the voting stopped on Friday. I know I
Yeah.
shared the post a few times.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Something interesting is our friend, Leroy Stagger and Tyler, or
Tyson,
a
yeah.
stylist at Catwalk, won this 2 years ago.
Yes.
And they got the 100,000, and how we've seen that help shape their career.
Mhm.
Well, I'll just tell you this: if you win on Thursday, when you win Thursday, I'm just going to miss you at Catwalk.
Oh, come on. Thursday we find out who placed.
Okay.
But not the order of who placed.
Okay.
So the first prize is 100 grand,
Yeah.
second is 75, third is 50.
Wow.
And so Thursday they will announce probably on Wild 953 FM or something in Calgary.
So watch for that. Wild
5-3.
953.
It's the big country radio station in Calgary.
Wow.
Yeah, so they'll announce who is in the top 3, but not the order. So then from that point on, if I do place, November 24th, we all go up to Calgary and then we perform and they announce there who's for
Wow.
second and third.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So-
And
Can
my
I do
good
your hair
buddy,
for it?
my good buddy Michaela Sheedy is.
She's
this
doing
competition with
awesome.
you,
I
too.
think
She's
she's
doing
going to
well.
place. I think she might even win the whole thing.
She's actually been on Just FM.
Has she?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I
Are you
saw
sure?
I saw her on the page.
She's from Calgary.
I know that, but I saw a country singer on here, Michelle Sheedy.
Michaela.
Michaela-
yeah.
or-
Sheedy.
Sheedy.
But she's a really good buddy of mine, but I'm rooting for you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, rooting for all of you. It's already you're winning because this is an
Yeah.
amazing opportunity,
It is.
right?
It's,
And we
I
just
feel-
want to see all of you
yeah.
learn and succeed. That's amazing.
We all like bonded at boot camp, and at this point, of course, I'm going to be bummed if I don't place, but I'm just, it's going to be wonderful for whoever wins it. It's going to be awesome.
Well, in
Life
case you
changing.
didn't
Yeah.
know of Shayla Miller, you do now. Homegrown, local talent, and
Maybe a private concert at Catwalk soon.
Oh,
yeah.
The Shayla Miller Band over here.
Yeah.
Get our liquor license, get Shayla performing a special concert at Catwalk.
If you're on Lethbridge, you're definitely maybe invited.
So, I want you definitely to download her music, and we've got a special treat here for us.
Right now, am I doing it?
Shayla's going to give us a live song. So, we're going to get
Pick.
Shayla Miller to play a little song for us. So, we are lucky. So, you want to be paying attention to this because if you haven't heard of Shayla Miller, you're about to, and you're going to hear more from her. Because even if you don't win the contest, you're a freaking recording artist.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think I'm going to win the contest.
Yes, you are. You are. And if not, have fun. So,
I have had a lot of fun, and I've learned a lot, and met a lot of great people.
so tell us what's happening here, Shayla.
On a song?
We're here for a treat, guys.
Okay, maybe I'll play a song off my new record.
Okay.
This is my favorite song on it. It's called Friend Tonight. And I'm going to be recording a music video soon with Cottonwood Records for this song. And with Laura, she'll probably come and help. She's done my last 2 music videos, Laura Common. So I'm not sure when we're going to record this. We were going to do it in the summer. But anyway, it's called Friend Tonight. It's on my new record. Going out on the highway, no matter what the cost. Gonna ask my friends some questions and wait for a response. Meet me at the motel, well, it's halfway here. You can ask me all your questions, answer them true. But keep your hands in your own hands. Keep your heart in your own chest. Turn your eyes for cause I've only loved. I just need a friend tonight. true. A broken heart to mend it. The place I fell in love with you. Familiar lights will flicker. Do not disturb sign on the door. They think they know what we're doing. Words laughing on the floor. I'll keep my hands in my own hands. Keep my heart in my own chest. Turn my eyes to the floor, 'cause I don't love you. You just need a friend tonight. Keep our hands in our own hands. Keep our hearts in our own chests. Turn our eyes to the floor, 'cause we don't need love. We just need a friend. Keep our hands in our own hands. Keep our hearts in our own chests. Turn our eyes to the floor, 'cause we don't need love. We just need a friend tonight.
Thank you. That was Shayla Miller, everyone. You can check her out on iTunes or on www.shaylamiller.com.
Thanks, Austin.
You asked for it, Shayla Miller.
Thanks, you guys.
And thank you, Shayla, for coming. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in on this Monday evening on Jess FM.
Thank you for being our friend tonight.
Thank you. Nice. I love
Good night,
it.
everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.